In the shadowed valleys of Komodo Island, where the sun baked the earth into cracked mosaics and the air hummed with the whispers of forgotten epics, Drive. Elias Thorne knelt before a colossal beast. The Komodo dragon, a relic of a bygone era, regarded him with slit-pupiled eyes that seemed to hold the weight of millions of years. Its forked tongue flicked out, tasting the salty breeze, and Elias watched as a droplet of saliva gleamed on its jagged teeth. Little did he know, that viscous fluid was a bridge to life a million years ago, a secret elixir that would unravel his world and mend his shattered heart. Elias had come to Indonesia not as a conqueror of science, but as a refugee from grief. 2 years prior, in the sterile halls of a Boston hospital, he had lost his daughter, Lila, to a rare bacterial infection. She was only 8, with eyes like storm clouds and a laugh that could chase away shadows. The doctors had called it untreatable, a superbug resistant to every antibiotic in their arsenal. Elias, a renowned herpetologist, had buried himself in work, chasing myths and legends of ancient remedies. Whispers in academic circles spoke of the Komodo dragon's saliva, not just a cocktail of deadly bacteria, but a venomous brew with peptides that could heal as fiercely as they harmed. Evolution's cruel gift, preserved from the dinosaurs, rain. Life a million years ago wasn't so different, Elias muttered to himself as he collected samples under the watchful gaze of his guide, a weathered local named Wayan. Wayan, with skin like tanned leather and a smile etched by island winds, had lived among the dragons his whole life. "They are guardians," he said in broken English, pointing to the dragon's maw. "Their spit kills, but also gives life. Like the gods." Elias scoffed at first. Science didn't bend to folklore. But desperation had a way of blurring lines. Back in his makeshift lab, a tent strung with solar panels and humming centrifuges, he analyzed the saliva. What he found stunned him. Antimicrobial peptides, ancient molecules that predated humanity by eons. These weren't modern adaptations. They were echoes of primordial soups, where single-celled organisms waged wars in steaming vents. A million years ago, try 65 million, when asteroids scarred the Earth and reptiles ruled. As days blurred into weeks, Elias immersed himself in the island's rhythm. Komodo was a time capsule, its dragons descendants of varanids that survived the Cretaceous extinction. He trekked through thorny scrublands, dodging the dragon's lumbering forms. One evening, as the sun dipped into the Florist Sea, painting the sky in fiery oranges, Wayan shared a fire with him. "My son, he died young too," Wayan confided, stirring embers. "Fever from a bite. But I see him in the dragons, strong, eternal." Elias's throat tightened. Lila loved stories of dinosaurs. She'd draw them with wings, even though I told her they didn't fly. He pulled out a faded photo from his wallet, Lila beaming, holding a toy T-Rex. Wayan's eyes softened. Perhaps the dragons remember her kind. Life cycles, doctor. From mud to stars. That night, a storm lashed the island, thunder echoing like the roars of ancient predators. Elias dreamed of Lila, her small hand in his, wandering a prehistoric jungle where Komodo dragons towered like gods. She pointed to a pool of saliva dripping from a massive jaw. "Daddy, it's medicine from the old world." He awoke drenched in sweat, heart pounding. The dream ignited a frenzy. He cross-referenced the peptides with fossil records, bacteria trapped in amber, DNA sequences from extinct reptiles. The saliva's venom wasn't just toxic. It targeted resistant bacteria with precision, a weapon forged in the fires of evolution. But science demanded proof. Elias needed a live trial. Ethically, it was a minefield, but grief was a relentless tide. He contacted old colleagues, smuggling samples back to a clandestine lab in Jakarta. There, under flickering fluorescent lights, he synthesized the peptide. Tests on lab cultures were miraculous. The superbug that killed Lila withered like autumn leaves. "It's a key," he whispered to no one, unlocking doors closed a million years ago. Yet, triumph tasted bitter. Returning to Komodo, Elias sought more, deeper into the dragon's domain. Wayan warned him. "The big one, Raja, he rules the valley. His saliva is purest, but he guards it with fury." Raja was a legend, a 12-foot behemoth scarred from battles, his eyes holding the cold intelligence of survivors. They ventured at dawn, mist cloaking the hills like a shroud. The air grew thick with the musky scent of reptiles. Elias's pack held tranquilizers, vials, and a syringe of hope. Wayan led, machete in hand, chanting soft prayers to the spirits. "We ask permission," he said. Elias nodded, though doubt gnawed at him. Was he plundering nature's vault for personal gain? They found Raja basking on a rocky outcrop, his scales glistening like armored fossils. The dragon's head swiveled, sensing intruders. Elias's pulse raced. "Easy," Wayan murmured. They approached slowly, Elias's hands trembling as he prepared the swab. But Raja stirred, tail whipping like a thunderclap. In a blur, the dragon lunged, not at Elias, but at Wayan, who shoved him aside. Wayan cried out as fangs sank into his leg, saliva mixing with blood. Elias fired the tranquilizer, the dart embedding in Raja's flank. The beast staggered, collapsing in a heap. Horror gripped Elias. Wayan's wound frothed, bacteria invading. "Go. Get sample," Wayan gasped, face paling. Torn, Elias collected the saliva, its warmth a mocking comfort. He bandaged Wayan as best he could, but infection set in fast. Carrying his friend back to camp was agony, Wayan's weight a reminder of his hubris. In the tent, Elias worked feverishly, injecting the synthesized peptide into Wayan's vein. "Hold on," he begged. "You're my brother now." Hours stretched like eons. Wayan sweated through delirium, muttering of ancestors and dragons dancing in volcanic fires. Elias sat vigil, the photo of Lila his talisman. Memories flooded. Lila's bedtime stories of ancient worlds, her tiny voice asking, "Daddy, do dragons cry?" He wept then, for her, for Wayan, for the fragile thread connecting past and present. Miraculously, dawn brought relief. Wayan's fever broke, the wound's angry red fading to pink. "You saved me," he whispered, gripping Elias's hand. "The old life, it flows through us." Word spread like wildfire. Scientists descended on Komodo, hailing the discovery as a breakthrough. The peptide, dubbed Eternalis, targeted resistant infections worldwide, saving thousands. Elias named it after Lila, life inherited from lost ages. But fame meant nothing. The true power lay in the bond forged. Years later, Elias returned to the island with a young apprentice, Wayan's granddaughter, Sari, who dreamed of studying reptiles. They stood before Raja's territory, now a protected sanctuary. "Life a million years ago," Elias said, watching the dragon slither by, "was raw, brutal, beautiful. Their saliva isn't just poison, it's a testament to survival." Sari nodded, eyes wide. "And it touches the heart, like family." Elias smiled, feeling Lila's spirit in the wind. The dragons, guardians of eternity, had given him not just a cure, but redemption. In their ancient essence, he found the power to heal, not only bodies, but souls fractured by time. The island's secrets endured, a powerful reminder that from the depths of prehistoric maws came gifts that bridged millennia. Elias's journey taught him that true strength lay not in conquering nature, but in listening to its echoes. And in that listening, hearts mended, lives reborn.